In today's video, I am going to be setting up my debt payment plan for 2025. And if that's something that you want to hear, go ahead and stay tuned. Welcome to Vlogmas. Yes, I'm going to be giving you guys 12 days of Vlogmas, a video every single day leading up until Christmas. And I'm going to try my best to do that, okay? Just know if I miss a day or two, it is not on purpose, but I'm definitely doing everything that I can to plan and prep for the new year. I'm super excited. If you are here for the first time, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. If you're a returning bestie, hey girl, hey. So like I stated in today's video, I am going to be setting up my debt payment plan or debt-free. I'm on a debt-free journey, okay? And I'm setting up my plan for 2025. And just to give you guys a little backstory, if you have not been here, I do set up my debt payments in phases, or I set up my journey in phases. So I've already completed phase 1 and I've paid off approximately $30,000 worth of debt already, and it took me about a year and some change to do that. Now I'm on phase 2. Well, let me back up. Phase 1, I was paying off consumer debt, which was credit cards. I had a personal loan, and I think I even had a couple some property taxes and some personal taxes. So if you want to see a playlist on me paying off that debt, I do have a playlist and I will link that for you so that you can get caught up. Now we are entering into phase 2, and phase 2 is all about personal taxes. So I am paying off, and we'll get into the final amount of tax debt that I have, and I'll get into how I'm going to be paying it back and all the nitty-gritty stuff, okay? So we're gonna get into that in this video, but just to give you guys a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing for the 12 days of Christmas is I am going to be doing pop-up giveaways. I'm gonna be planning for 2025. My famous video, or not famous, but the annual no spend challenge video will be coming out during the 12 days of Christmas. I'm gonna be giving you a more in-depth video on credit, because I did part 1, you can say it was, but I want to really get into the nitty-gritty of how I prepared my credit and how I am also working on my score now. So we'll get into all that good stuff, but let's go ahead and hop into planning my debt repayment in 2025. So first and foremost, I am going to be using my debt-free journey workbook as a way to track my debt. I do offer this workbook, so if you're interested, it will be linked down below. But this is basically a step-by-step guide to help you set up a plan and pay off your debt. So I'm super excited about setting up phase 2. I mean, I'm not excited, I gotta pay this back, but you know, at this point, just gotta do what I have to do. So first and foremost, you're gonna set up your debt payoff plan. This is what I did for phase 1. And now this is what I have already kind of done for phase 2. I did have a video where I did kind of set this plan up. However, some figures have changed and I am clear about what I need to do moving forward. So that's the reason why I'm coming back in this video to kind of talk about a more definite plan, okay? So as far as the debt payoff plan, there's a couple of questions that you'll need to answer in order to plan for the payoff. So I'm gonna zoom in so we can get going with that. So let's get into my debt payoff plan for phase 2. So the first question is, why do I want to pay off debt? I really do need to be stress-free. There's some other reasons here, but I really want to be tax debt-free. As some of you guys may know, having tax debt can come with some pretty hefty consequences. And so I really don't want those type of consequences in my life. And so I really need to get this resolved and, you know, move on with my life and building savings and investments and all of that good stuff. So I just want to set up a plan where I can go ahead and try to get rid of this debt as soon as possible. What method will I use to pay off debt? I'm definitely going to use the debt snowball method. And the reason why is because with this debt that I need to pay off, I really will need some good momentum, because it will help. It will cause me to feel good as I'm paying off the smallest debt and then moving up to the next most expensive debt. And so that will help tremendously. And then I am going to be using my side hustle income. Plus, there is an addition to this. I will be using my 401k. Yes. Not really something that I want to do, but it's something that I need to do. And I've thought it over and thought it over and thought it over and thought it over. And, you know, it's one of those things where you just have to make a decision. And this is a decision that I'm going to make. And I pray that, you know, it's probably not the best decision, but once we get a little further into what's going on, maybe you might understand why I decided to use this. Now, for those who are new here, I have been laid off from my job, so I have to do something with the money that I have. And I can take that money and I can roll it over into an IRA. I can take that money, I can let it sit, or I can take the money and move it into another, my next employment's 401k if I'm able to do that. And those are my options with the money that I have. And so I got to do something with it. So just FYI. Okay, so moving on next to what day will I make my debt payments? I am going to be making my debt payments probably at, you know, the 15th of the month is the minimum payment. And then as far as the extra debt payments, I will be making those on the last day of the month. And then how long will it take me to pay off my debt? I'm thinking about 2 years. I'm praying that it'll be 1 because I'm going to be really hyper focused. But I'm thinking that it's going to be about 2 years that it will take me to pay this off. So coming into this next page, this was phase 1. And the total debt paid, this is $24,002.66, but I think it was a little bit more than that that was paid off. This was phase 1. So now we are going into phase 2. So I had originally completed this, but I'm going to take this out because this is now null and void, okay? I have some new totals, like I stated. So let's get into what those totals are. So first and foremost, the first debt that I am going to list here will be the state of California, because you have the state taxes and then you have the federal taxes. So I'm just going to put the state taxes here. As far as the interest rate, I think that she told me it was 8% interest rate. And the way that she explained it is she said it's 8% for the entire year. But there's a little bit of interest added every day. So I didn't really understand that, but that's what she said. And I was like, okay, it's fine, whatever. And this was very important for me to know, because as I was deciding how I was going to make the debt payment, I needed to consider the interest that I'm paying just to the state versus any other option that I was going to try. And I will discuss those options in a moment. So for the state taxes, the total balance is $12,830.52. My minimum payment is $220 a month. Okay. And then the next is the feds. The feds, honey. Now, I don't know what the interest is because I forgot to ask her. That was a bit more of a stressful call. So I don't even know what to put here as far as the interest rate. I'm sure it's somewhere around the same. And the total for the feds is 55, 605, 90. I'm being so vulnerable with you guys. And the minimum payment is $700 a month. Okay, that's a car payment. So this is it for phase 2. Okay, I'm going to calculate or add, excuse me, not calculate what this is. Oops. God, dog. Okay. 68, 436 and 42 cents. We listen and we don't judge. Is that what they say? We listen and we don't judge. 220 plus 700 is 920 a month. This is with me not having a job, you guys, but you know, God is going to get the glory out of this. I'm like sweating right now because this is a lot of money. Like, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money. So let's talk about kind of some thoughts that I had as it relates to paying this off. So I had thought about taking out a personal loan, and I looked into some of those options because I figured, hey, I can just take that personal loan, pay this off, and then just, you know, consolidate them, pay the personal loan back. But the personal loan, the interest was crazy. Like the interest that I looked up, not that I was approved for, but when I looked at even what the interest range was, it was more than 8%. It was, what was it? It was a lot of money. That's all I know. Excuse me, not a lot of money. It was a high percentage. I think one of them was like 20, it was like 14% or something like that. And I know that the last personal loan that I had, the interest was 12.49%. So that's really a lot, you know what I mean? I'm thinking that, yeah, 7%, 8% is what it is. So I might as well just go ahead and, you know, make sure that I don't default on my payments and that I'm able to pay them back, okay? So this is my plan for 2025. I am going to take my personal taxes and I'm going to take my 401k. I am going to cash out in 2025 so that the penalties won't hit me as much in taxes. Now it might, because I don't know how God is gonna bless me financially in 2025, but I know already what he has done in 2024. To tack anything else on top of that would just be a hit I don't want to take. So I am going to pay off the state taxes completely. So this will be done probably in like February. And then after that, I will put the rest on the federal taxes. That'll probably take me down to about 45K. So I'll go from 68K to about 45K in a matter of a month. And then she did say that I would be able to pay this, I would be able to renegotiate my minimum payment if I can, you know, get this down considerably. And that's definitely what my goal is going to be. And then I'm just going to work on paying big chunks. I'm going to work hard, probably harder than I've ever worked before in my life, to get this down and paid for. The problem is I need a new I need a CPA. I need someone who is very good at what they do when it comes to taxes and all that good stuff. So I am definitely going to be looking for that. But this is my reality, and you know, we listen and we don't judge. You know, I don't want to be embarrassed, but I do want to show, I always strive to show the reality of things here on my channel, and I try my best not to sugarcoat anything or make things seem as what they're not, and to be transparent and honest. Like, this is what people are going through. Some have more, some have less, but this is my situation right now. I thought about taking the money that I have saved, which is about $8,000, and then taking that and putting it on it too. But I'm not trying to take everything and put it on there. I still gotta live, right? I also even thought about taking out a home, not a home loan. What do you call it? Not a HELOC, but the other one that you take money out against your home. I thought about doing that as well, but then I did research, and you know, they were saying whatever you do, don't do that. And the only thing that you should take money out on your home to do is to buy more real estate or renovate your home. Like, those are the only two reasons why you should pull money out of your home. You shouldn't pull money out of your home to pay bills, and this is basically a bill. Now, I agree with that to a degree. If there was any type of situation where it was, I'm either, like, for example, you know, like if they were going to say, oh, we're going to put a lien or something like that, I probably would go ahead and pull money, because I have to weigh. This thing is like, you got to weigh, you know, every situation is different, and you have to weigh what's more important. Now, of course, and even the payments with me paying that back against my home probably wouldn't be as much, because I would have a longer time to pay. And I would just be moving the debt around. But sometimes you have to move the debt around depending upon the consequences of where the debt is, if that makes sense, right? So you do a balance transfer because maybe one card doesn't have any interest, so you're saving money by doing a balance transfer, and then you pay off that debt. That's like moving debt around. This situation right here, where, you know, if it would have been advantageous for me to get a personal loan, and maybe it's at a 2-3%, and then I could pay this off, number one, get them off my neck, and then also pay a cheaper percentage, moving the debt around, it makes sense. But when I thought about it, I was like, it doesn't make sense right now in this moment for me to take out a loan and pay more interest, unless they were like, we're gonna put you in jail or something. Like, I don't know if they still do that, like put you in jail for not paying your taxes. I mean, I guess they do, right? But anyway, we're not there, thank God. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do, and that will knock this out and then decrease that by a good amount. Okay. So then this sheet here, which is the monthly debt balance, I will be tracking my debt balances, how much I'm paying, and then what the current balance is. So this is 2025 phase 2, and we're starting balance at 68,430. 3642. I'm trusting God for a miracle. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, so I will start tracking in January. And then the last thing that I need to set up is the debt payment tracker here. So the first thing is the state. And these are the feds. Okay. So let me just take this page out right here. So I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. All right, so the starting balance is 12,830.52. Interest rate is 8%. Minimum payment is $220, and this is payoff order number 1. And then for these folks, it's 55,605. This is crazy. 90 interest. I've never been in this kind of in my life. I don't know the interest rate. Minimum payment is 700, and then this is payoff order number 2. Never in my life. You hear me? You hear me? And then the fact that I don't have any kids. I don't have nothing to claim. Like, nothing. Like, that's why I said I need a good CPA. Like, I need somebody who know what they doing, who know how to walk me through what I need to do. Seriously, because listen. Okay, so that's that. And then the last thing that I need to do is complete my progress jars. And this is where I am going to complete, let's see, hold on. I need this back out. Well, I will complete my progress jars. This is where I'm going to track my payments. So let me complete this. One moment. Hey Bessie, so I thought I had the camera on and I did not. But basically the way that you calculate the debt progress jar is once I have a balance of $11,547.47, then I will highlight this first line and it will show that I'm 10% paid. But the way that you get the amount for being 10% paid, what I do is I just take the full amount, which is $12,830.52, and then I subtract 10%, and that's what it gives me here, $11,547.46. So that's pretty much how I calculate the percentage for my debt progress jars. So I've completed the one for the state. Now I am going to complete the one for the feds. And I hope that you guys will be on camera for that, because I thought I had you guys on camera. All right, let's go.
Darling, look at you on my mind.
right, so I have completed my debt progress jars for both the state and the feds, and that is pretty much everything. And I hope that you guys are here for the journey, okay? Because this is definitely going to be a journey, okay? This is going to be a journey. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Are you starting your debt-free journey in 2025? I urge you to do so. I'm so glad that I started my debt-free journey for the first phase when I did, because that allowed me now to focus just on this second phase of debt. The way that everything happened, it's, you know, sometimes we like to throw God in everything, and he is in everything in my life. But it's just so ironic how it happened, right? So as soon as I got done paying off phase one, and I had the confidence that I was able to pay off upwards of anything. Now I have confidence that I can pay my house off. You hear me? After I was able to successfully pay off my first phase. And now that I have this second bit of debt, and then I'll be going into student loans and then working to pay off my house, I'm sad about it, don't get me wrong, because I feel like it's just a mountain of money and a waste of money. But I have confidence that I can do it, which is what I didn't have before. And instead of me going into stress, I go into prayer. And instead of me going into worry, I go into worshiping and praising and thanking God for the journey, and knowing that he's with me through this and he will always provide. And anytime that I need him, he's there. And I pray for a miracle. I don't expect him to do it, you know. I expect me to work diligently and hard and pay it off and come up with a plan and be a good steward of what I do have, so that I can pay this off as fast as I can. I'm open to any miracles, though, let me tell you. I'm open to any miracles, but I just ask that he keeps me through this process, that he keeps my mind through this process, that he keeps me patient through this process, and that I learn a good level of what it really means to live below my means, so that I can pay off the debt that is undesirable to have in my life right now. So if you made it to the end of this video, can you please put some praying hands in the comments, please? Because I need all the prayers I can get, let me tell you. Yes, if you made it to the end of this video, please leave some praying hands in the comments. But I am excited for your debt-free journey in 2025. If you've been thinking about it, go for it. Go for it. Do it. Because you never know what's going to happen. For me, as soon as I got done paying off phase one, I went right into unemployment. I got laid off. So listen, you never know. If it's on your heart, set forth and do it. Once again, if you are interested in the Debt-Free Journey Workbook, I will have it linked down below. But until then, I will see you besties in tomorrow's video. Happy 12 days of Christmas. Go be great, besties. Peace out.